I mean, it's one game, but everyone's having a meltdown, aren't they? Everyone.
Yeah, but I've let them. Do you know what I mean? I've been here before at the start of the season. Do you know what I mean? With Brentford, we got smoked, and then now we've won a trophy. I'm probably the least bothered United fan out there, and people
Mm.
think that people are just like, oh, like, bro, like I'm not putting on an act. I genuinely am not bothered, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Like banter
I've
aside,
seen enough football, bro. Like I've seen enough football for me not to be bothered by this.
like this happened. This does. The only thing I would say is this happens now and then. Like you've lost what 6-1 to Tottenham a few years ago, 7-0 now, 5-0 to
Mm.
Liverpool last season. But it's one result. Like in the grand scheme of things, you're in. You've won the League Cup. You're in the FA Cup semi-final. You're still in the Europa League, and you
Quarterfinal,
still.
I think.
Sorry, quarterfinal. Sorry, yeah. But you'll be in the semi-final. I think
I
you've
think
got.
so.
Who've you got again?
Fulham.
Yeah, you'll be in the semi-final.
Mm.
And you're third in the league. Like, don't get me wrong. If we lost 7-0 to Liverpool, it hurt. But at the same time, in the grand scheme of things, it's only one defeat. The only thing I would
Mm.
say is for Random Martinez, I think as a centre back partnership this season, I think they conceded 6 to City, 7 to Liverpool. Didn't they concede 3 to someone else as well? 3 to Arsenal.
I've no
I don't
idea.
know. I just think at times, like fans just have. I know I'm not devil's advocate, and I'm a hypocrite at times, but they're just the reaction is crazy. You are probably the only United fan, like you said, you've
Mm.
seen this all before. You probably remember back to when you lost 6-1 to City. Like in the grand scheme of things, it's one game, isn't it? Like doesn't mean
Mm.
anything.
No, bro, it doesn't mean shit. And like my man said, and he's a Liverpool fan, last year, the battering showed how poor we were in it. This year, it was just a freak result, bro. That's just what it was.
No one
It
saw that coming
was a
whatsoever.
freak result. Even the Man United players don't know what happened, bro. Like, I seen one thing with Rashford and they were asking him what happened. And he was just like, bruv, he was like, we just don't know, innit? Like, he was pretty much saying that, like, the reason why we just kept being open is because like we're 2 down, 3 down, and we were just like in our heads, we were like, nah, we can just come back, we can just keep going, keep going. Like there was no thought in any of the players' heads, all right, cool, let's just like shut up shop. It wasn't that, bro. These men just kept trying to score and they kept getting caught, bro. Like, you know what I mean? They just kept getting counter punched by Liverpool. That's just what it was. So it's one of them things where it's like nobody, like, I don't care how much you hate Manchester United, yeah. You can't look at that score, yeah, and say that that's a reflection of where we are this season. Because
No,
it's
of
not,
course
bro.
not.
Like, it's not. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you have to be an idiot to even think that that score's a reflection on where we are. Like, it's a freak result. These things can happen. You know, like that.
Yeah, of
These
course.
things can happen, bro. Do you know what I mean? A man is saying there's loads of freak results this season. There's not really. There's not really. Like, do you know what I mean? Because we lost to Brighton, but we're not the only club that lost to Brighton. Do you know what I mean? We're not the only club that lost to Brighton. We're also not the only club that lost to Brentford, bro. Like, look at Brentford's home record.
Yeah,
Like,
we
they've
only got
lost.
a draw there. I don't think any big team
Bruv,
has
Arsenal are the
beat.
only team this season to beat Brentford, bruv. Brentford have one home defeat, and that's Arsenal. So losing to Brentford, yeah,
That's in all
cool.
comps as well, not just in the league.
Well, so losing to Brentford, cool. So what? Do you know what I mean? And then we go Brighton. How many teams have Brighton beaten this season?
And not only that,
Again,
when you lost to Brentford, that was what the third game of the
bro, it
season.
was the third game of the season, bro. In our first 11 games, we played like the top 10, bruv. All of them. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? We had one of the hardest starts in the league. So again, yeah,
we were the
losing to
only
Brighton
team.
and Brentford, yeah, was a big deal at the start of the season. And then when you look at the seasons they're having, considering it was our manager just coming in, yeah, those 2 defeats don't look that bad no more. Do you know what I
No,
mean? And
yeah,
then
you're right. And to be like, I think we were the only team before December, before the World Cup, we played the top 6 teams away from home, besides Man City. Like, so coming into the back end of the season, that will benefit us. I'd rather have a fucking shit start and finish well than than start well and finish shit every day of the week. And with losing to Brentford, like it's new. You still have Maguire playing then. I think it was Maguire and Martinez, which is centre back partnership that you
exactly, and Ronaldo was still playing. We played Ericsson false 9 in that game against Brentford, bruv. This Man United team that are playing now are so far away, yeah, from the team that lost to Brentford and Brighton, yeah. People need to chill out, you know, like that. When you actually look at the results, yeah, that we've had, Brentford and Brighton, yeah, teams that have beaten other teams in the big six. So it's not like cool, like we died. Do you know what I mean? The only one that was really like I didn't expect was the Aston Villa one. And that was the Emery new manager bounce first game, and then we lost. The Man City beating that we got beaten at Man City, bro. Anyone can hold smoke at the fucking Etihad, bro. And then we beat them in the return game anyway. Do you see what I'm saying?
Exactly what we did.
Well, exactly. So when people are talking like, man, are just getting slapped everywhere. No, bruv. Like Brentford beat Manchester City as well. You know, like
Can anyone name a manager in recent times that's come in, had to do what Ten Hag's had to do with Ronaldo, Maguire, rebuilding, and wins a trophy like that instantly?
Bruv, no one, innit? And that's what I'm saying. But everyone's talking shit, bro. Like we're having such a bad season, bro. It's literally, this is what I can't stand with football fans, yeah? They get onto me because I'm consistent, yeah, with my beliefs, like all the time. Like I don't change my mind very rarely on people because I take a while to make up my opinion on people unless I just see something straight away and I'm like, nah. Do you know what I'm saying? And once I've made up my mind, it takes a lot to make me change it. And the reason why I stick to my fucking guns is, yeah, I can't be changing my mind every time the wind blows like most of these football fans. You know what I mean? 1 week is, oh my God. That's it. 1 week, I'd love to have Ten Hag as a manager. Next 7-0 later, oh, maybe he should be sacked. Like, what? How do you go from like being the best manager in the league, yeah, to maybe he should lose his job because he lost one football match?
Just a lot of it's like clout chasing. It's like at the moment with my situation is I want Conte to succeed, but I've come to realization that this ownership isn't going to give him what he wants. So I'd rather him leave and then bring in a project manager. Someone like, let's just throw names out there. Someone like Thomas Frank, for instance, who we could say, this is our 10-year plan. We want to bring through the academy players. We want to get a philosophy of football, an ethos, a style of play, rather than just going Pochettino, Conte, Mourinho, because that shit doesn't work. You try to do it. You brought in Van Gaal, Mourinho, Moyes. It don't work. It doesn't work. You might get a Europa League, but that's not what you want. You want a 10-year thing under Ten Hag where you could say in 2 or 3 years' time, we're competing for a league and we've got a squad that's all playing on singing from the same hymn sheet. Not managers that fucking come in and just think you get a bounce from, and after 10 games you might have won 8 or 9. Like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't lose an away game for a year.
And what did it mean? Nothing.
This is what I'm saying. In the grand scheme of things, it means nothing. But
these are useless stats, Henry. Like even this thing, yeah. Oh, like we can see too many goals away from home, bro. Like, bro, Man United have the 3rd best away record in the league behind Arsenal and Man City. So even our away record's been over fucking. Our away record's been over sensational.
If you outscore your opponent, who gives a shit?
But bro, this away record thing, bro, like statistically, it's not even proven, bro. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is the problem. People come up with all of these weird and wonderful fucking like opinions, yeah, with no factual, like there's no factual basis to any of these things, bro. Like we're having a good season. We're having a good season, and off one game, all of a sudden, yeah, everything's been forgotten, bro.